Ladies and gentlemen, real-life traders from around the world, my name is Chris Remboldt, and I'm here today to talk about a technology called NFT. This stands for Non-Fungible Token. It's been in the news a lot lately with auction houses like Christie's selling pieces of art that are attached to an NFT for upwards of $60 million. And the craze goes all the way down the scale as well. There are many websites that offer pieces of art that are attached to a non-fungible token, and you can buy them for as little as $8 or $9. Now, what is an NFT? This is something that I personally was very curious about, and I spent the earlier part of this week learning how to create an NFT and attach it to a piece of art. Now, an NFT is simply it is a piece of data on the blockchain. The part that I learned about is on the Ethereum blockchain, and it resides in someone's wallet. Now, to create an NFT, you must do a process known as minting, and when you mint the NFT, you give it characteristics, things like a description of what it is for. For example, I made a piece of digital art on my iPad, and I attached the NFT to that. You also can set things like royalties so that when someone buys your NFT and then sells it later on, you actually can get a percentage of that sale. I set mine at 10%. And then you have to, if you want people to be able to shop it, post it on a website that hosts NFTs. Now, this took me between 2 and 3 hours to create. I wanted it to be something that was outside of my comfort zone, something that was a little difficult for me. And this is what I drew on the program called Procreate on the iPad. Now, it's fairly basic, and I intend to do much more of this, but the reason being, I think this is a great income stream. I think that the idea of every time a piece of your art selling, bringing you 10% of that sale is quite appealing. So I will get better at this. I will make more pieces of art, and I will post them on NFT sites. Now, how exactly does an NFT work? I'm going to give you my basic layman's understanding of it, and there are better experts out there, and this information may not be 100% correct, but here's the gist of it. For me, it really clicked when I learned that the Swiss watch industry is going to be using NFTs. Now, as a fan of Swiss watches, I like to collect, buy, sell, trade watches made by Omega, Panerai, Rolex, and others as well. There's quite a few. And when you do that, you have to be very careful that you're not buying a fake watch. Now, a high-end fake made in China is usually going to cost around $200 to $400 from the manufacturer that creates the replica watches. Now, if you're going to buy that same watch made in Switzerland, the cost on those is anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000 and well beyond, actually. So you want to be very careful if you're spending $10,000 to $15,000 that you're not buying a very high-end replica watch. Now, one of the ways that the industry helps prevent that right now is through serializing the watch itself. So on the case back of the watch, there will be a small number that's a serial number, often randomized, and even inside of the watch, on the watch's movement, it will have a serial number that matches that as well. So a trained eye will be able to match the serial number on the watch, perhaps have a watchmaker check the movement, and match that to the accompanying documentation, the box and papers that comes with the watch. Now, even that is being counterfeited as well, and to a pretty great extent. To get around that, the watchmaker Breitling is actually using NFTs to have a certificate that is on the blockchain. That's what an NFT is. It's a piece of data on the blockchain that is related to the piece of paper that comes with your watch, the warranty card and certificate of authenticity. So there's a QR code on Breitling's paperwork that you can scan with your phone, and it will show that Breitling minted the NFT that goes with that. And that's a little bit harder to fake. That's something that requires probably a prohibitive amount of effort to get around. Now, of course, when you buy and sell a Breitling watch on the secondary market, you'll need to make sure that you and the seller have the ability to transfer that NFT token between your wallets. And that's probably beyond most consumers right now, but it is very good that Breitling is taking this step. Now, as far as the future of NFTs, I predict that it will become associated with things like real estate, vehicles, other items of art that are in the physical realm, and beyond just the gifts of the Pop-Tart cat and the other pieces of digital art that it's currently associated with. It is on the Ethereum blockchain, and that system, that whole Ethereum network, is getting an upgrade in July. So we should see the performance of Ethereum go up in July. What that will mean is it will cost you less to transfer a token from your wallet to another person's wallet, and that will reduce the friction of exchanging these certificates of authenticity, which is basically what an NFT is. Now, I believe that this is an area that is really ripe for opportunity. If you like creating digital art, it's probably the lowest barrier to entry for getting into the NFT game is digital art. So learn how to create it, and whether that be music, whether that be a image, whether that be a video, whatever it is, start creating. Learn how to create an NFT for yourself. It costed me about $120 when I created my NFT token and minted it and put it into my wallet, which is actually on my phone. If you are going to pay attention to the process and maybe watch 2 YouTube videos instead of 1 about how to create the token, you'll probably spend less creating your token. You could probably do it for about $60 to $70. I accidentally created 2 tokens when I made mine and had to burn the extra one because I want this piece of art to be one of one. So that is my adventure with NFTs so far. I foresee this being a big part of society, perhaps even involved with things like voting and in-store transactions. This has a lot of potential to it. And as we see more and more virtual reality, I predict that NFTs will be associated with in-simulation items, much like in Ready Player One, where some of the characters have unique items. That will be an NFT to ensure that there are no additional copies of that and to retain the in-simulation value of that. But we might be 5 to 10 years off from Ready Player One sort of virtual reality. I think that it will actually be a real thing, and I think NFTs will play a big role in that. So now is the time to learn how they work, how to create them, how to buy and sell them, how to auction them, how to bid on them, because it's going to be a big part of the future. And from my experience, the people that are the early adopters, the experts in the field, are the ones that will stand to benefit the most and enjoy seeing it all unfold. Guys, it's like we were born in the climax of the movie as far as humanity goes. This is just one small facet of how interesting things are these days. But I'm Chris Remboldt. Thank you for watching. I love you all. Live life, love life, and trade it.